Welcome to my show, the Captain of Show. Today we're here at Classic Air Aviation with my instructor Aaron Grissom. He's a captain at Mesa Airlines. He's also, obviously, like I said, an instructor here, Falcon Field here in Mesa, Arizona. Good morning. Here it is, January 12th, Thursday, January 12th, I believe. Just got to the airplane here, and I'm about to do my pre-flight inspection. Make sure this thing is all airworthy, check the maintenance logs, and get this thing in the air. We're gonna be doing some maneuvers today. Slow flight, power on, power off stalls. I haven't done any of that in a while. I already did a cross country, I already finished my night flying. So I'm gonna get up here and become proficient in these maneuvers so I can pass my check ride. Yeah, okay. All right, start this thing up.
Do you know, they have it in there, but there's a way you can connect it so you can hear what you say on the radios?
No, I was wondering about that. I was trying to figure that out.
Yeah, there's a connection.
Okay. Let's go ahead and throw this on. Oh, throw it on now.
Okay.
Here's the pump.
Yeah, that's good.
For the takeoff sequence, what we're gonna do is we're gonna add full power to combat the left turning tendency. We're gonna give it adequate right rudder to hold center line. We're gonna check our oil pressure as we start rolling down the runway and check our oil temperature. As that pedal tube starts to get that ram air, we're gonna check our airspeed. Once that needle on the airspeed indicator starts to move, we're gonna call that airspeed is alive, and we're gonna continue to hold center line until we reach our rotation speed of about 65 miles per hour. Then we're gonna ease that yoke back and rotate the nose into the air while continuing to hold center line, and that's your takeoff. Now meet me out at the practice area for slow flight, power on and power off stalls. This next maneuver I have for you is called slow flight. So basically what you want to do is slow the airplane down until it's right above its stall speed and hold it there. Make a few turns using your rudder pedals, stay coordinated, keep that ball centered, follow the heading that the instructor tells you to turn to, hold your altitude. We're at 4,000 feet, we want to hold 4,000. We're going to use power for altitude and pitch for airspeed. So we're going to drop in full flaps, have that nose back, and hold it within 10 knots of our target airspeed. And like I said, we don't want to descend and we don't want to climb. So we're going to have to keep that power right where we need it. This next maneuver right here is called a power off stall. We're going to transition straight from slow flight right into this power off stall. The purpose of this is to simulate a stall while you're coming into land. As we get into the stall, all you do is cut your power. You already have your full flaps in, and you just pull back on that nose and keep that ball centered, stay coordinated. Pull back, you'll hear the stall horn, kind of screaming at me, and it gets louder and louder, and then the buffet, and then it noses over and stalls on you. So for the recovery, what you want to do is either lower your nose, you can let go of the yoke, kind of let it drop, hold level flight, add full power. If you got carb heat out, push that carb heat in as you add the full power simultaneously. Bring your flaps up to 20. You don't want to bring them all the way back up. Flaps 20, hold level flight, build your airspeed, climb out. Once you hit your target airspeed, climb out at VX, best angle of climb, clear your obstacles, raise your flaps up to 10 degrees, climb out at VY, best rate of climb, raise your flaps all the way back up as your airspeed continues to grow, and then climb back up to your altitude, and you recovered. This next maneuver is our power on stall. This is our departure stall, simulating stalling after takeoff. So what we're going to be doing is slowing down to our rotation speed, the speed which we lift off the runway in a takeoff, adding full power, yanking that yoke back right into our chest, staying coordinated. You really don't want to let this stall get away from you. You don't want it to yaw because it's pretty aggressive, and you could end up in a spin. So you just keep yanking, it doesn't want to stall, you know, you're full power. Finally, you keep bringing it back, and then finally it stalls, it noses over. And like I said, the most important part is the recovery. This next clip we got on film is one of the most important things you can learn in becoming a pilot. It is emergency procedures, and this one is simulated engine out. What do you do if you lose your engine while in flight? So first thing you want to do for engine out procedures is pitch for your best glide speed. Our best glide speed in our airplane is about 65 knots, about 70 miles an hour. Second thing you want to do is look for a safe place to put it down. Then you want to go through your flow check, your emergency flow check. You're supposed to have it memorized. It's in your POH, and then get out your checklist. And if you're high enough, try an engine restart. For us, you know, the whole goal is glide the airplane down, so we weren't going to try and restart it. I think you said something about fire as well, so definitely wouldn't be trying to restart. Remember, continue to fly the airplane. Calculate your descent rate. We were at about 3,000 feet, so at 500 feet per minute, we were roughly 6 minutes away from hitting the dirt. So make your point of intended landing. Treat it like it's life or death. You know, take it seriously. This could actually happen. So Aaron told me to follow the creek beds. That's what you're seeing here. It's probably the best place to put it down. And so that's what I did, and then we climbed up out of the danger zone and continued on to the rest of the lesson. Last but not least, we've been cleared to land back at Falcon. I'm on final. I've got the runway in sight. So what you want is power for altitude, pitch for airspeed like we said before, and smooth control inputs. Line yourself up with center line using your ailerons. Use your poppy lights or your VASI boxes to make sure you have the correct glide slope as we near the runway. I'm going to go ahead and drop in full flaps to give me some more drag and allow me to lower my nose, meanwhile staying on my glide slope and center line. Then as we near the runway, I know I've got it made. I'm going to cut some power, glide in and make a smooth transition into slow flight right above the runway. Here it is. Ease back, bring that nose up, and smoothly touch down. That's it. You got it. Landing. Let's go. Just got done doing maneuvers. Aaron took me out to the practice area. We did our slow flight, steep turns, power off stalls, power on stalls. He's got a great instructor.